I think what is required normally, you must give us the variables. That means the sources that accrues up to 2 million. Is it 2 million? The whole 2 million?
Yes, sir.
I thought it's a typographical error. All through there? Okay, I will still raise this question. Yes.
You mentioned resources, now scrap vehicles and other things.
No,
Distinguished Senator,
that is not the question I'm going to ask.
Distinguished Senator,
Scrap of what? And that from the generation of the revenue to the forwarding the revenue to the federal government, those things have to match the receipts. There has to be a book whereby these scraps are sold with the revenue receipts, pari passu, side by side. You have it? Okay. Is answered here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which page?
Page 38.
Page 38.
Yeah, it gives you a rundown of actually.
Just give me 38. A moment, I'm trying to open 38. Okay, 38. Yeah. The summary analysis of internet generated revenue. No, these are figures. No, I'm not asking of the receipts. I'm asking of the byproduct of these figures.
Like I said, the Tribunal is a service provider.
So I had to say, of course I do.
so
I had to say
all
no.
the revenue we generate is just filing fees. Oath, when they file, they normally pay into the TSA and
Yeah.
then come over. They now generate a receipt and present to us.
No. Not the one that you charge. 10 naira.
Yes, sir. Obsolete items.
Obsolete items.
Yes, sir.
Where are they written here?
38.
No, that is the figure.
These are the figures.
The figure is at 38, but we are sorry, the details of what were sold are actually not attached. But the process is regulation, the approval of the federal ministry.
Let me just a little bit make it easy for you. Maybe next is service, and you come here and tell us that you have auctioned this one.
Yes, sir.
You must tell us, is it this small bottle or bigger bottle? And how is it obsolete? You understand?
Yes, sir.
What is it that you sold that is obsolete? So once you have the documentation, anybody reading the document will understand that these are the obsolete items that were sold. Further to that, because of the challenge, the financial challenge that the nation faces, you are also facing. We also ask you to define what is that obsolete. Is it that it has been there for a time and it's not working, and that you go to new ones, and so on and so forth? If I like, I can tell you my car that I purchased 2 years ago is obsolete. And if you don't see the car, it remains obsolete. Unless, of course, I explain. And you ask me, when did you buy the car? What is the make of the car? What is the year of the production of the car? And so on and so forth. So, I believe I have made my point very well. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. Noted, sir.
I will be taking you to page 4. I don't understand your grammar. Your English.
Yeah. Go 24.
Page 4, capital. Now, there, if you look at the last, it's actually, I don't understand the grammar because from the third line, tribunal, that's where we have the last full stop. So if you drive down, it takes me a long time to see another full stop. So you said the tribunal has received the sum of 116,183,519 naira, 80 kobo as at 31st December 2024, representing 85.5%, while the tribunal has expended 116,444,234 naira 90 kobo of the total release, sum representing 99.98 of the total capital release. What are you trying to say? Because this is completely incorrect English. So what do you mean? What do you want to say?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, because you cannot have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines without a full stop. What do you want to say? I don't want to know what you want to say here.
We're sorry about that.
Yeah.
Permit me.
I will be taking you to page 4. I don't understand your grammar, your English.
Yeah. Go 24.
Page 4, capital. Now, there, if you look at the last, it's actually, I don't understand the grammar because from the third line, you say the tribunal, that's where we have the last full stop. So if you drive down, it takes me a long time to see another full stop. So you said the tribunal has received the sum of 116,183,519 naira, 80 kobo as at 31st December 2024, representing 85.5%, while the tribunal has expended 116,444,234 naira 90 kobo of the total release, sum representing 99.98 of the total capital release. What are you trying to say? Because this is completely incorrect English. So what do you mean? What do you want to say?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, because you cannot have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines without a full stop. What do you want to say? I don't want to know what you want to say here.
We're sorry about that.
Yeah.
Permit me.
Distinguished Senator, my name is Briggs. What we meant here is there are two basic information. The performance of the capital appropriation is represented here, and then the percentage of utilization of the capital release is also represented here. That is the last figure that seems to be 99.98%. That is not the budget performance, but the budget release utilization performance.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we have two issues here that looks like the same thing. The first release of 183,519 represent the amount that was released from per capita. Out of it, 116 million.
Can we take it? Let's go in a simplified English language.
Yes, sir.
What is the total capital of the in the budget in 2024?
131 million.
How much was released to you, and what is the percentage of that release?
The percentage of that release is 88.5%.
So of the 88.5%, what is the utilization percentage?
The utilization percentage is 99.98%.
What is the deficit, and what is the stage of the project?
The deficit we have here is 15 million.
Not released. Not released?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So
Yes, sir.
what is the stage of the project? Because when you are giving us a budget performance, we need to see what exactly is the stage of the project. If we go on oversight now, can we see that of a project of this magnitude, we will see that 15 million deficit that makes it to be incomplete,
Yes,
or the project
yes,
is completed already,
Yes,
and the
sir.
contract runs with it for 15 million?
Yes, sir. The budget as it is has been completed. But
Yes.
what really led to this 8% release is that right from the on-go of the implementation of the capital budget,
Yes.
from the chief minister, we were told 15% about 15% or so will be withheld. So from cash management, we saw it that this amount will not be.
Is it a retention fee for the contractor
No,
or
it's
forward?
withheld by the federal government.
Yeah.
It was
So
not
therefore,
released.
so what release are you expecting?
15 million.
From the capital side.
So is the project completed now?
Yes, sir.
If you go on oversight, it's already delivered.
Yes, sir.
Less
Eh?
15
Chairman,
Yes.
it can't be less 15%. 15% is insignificant in percentage to the amount of capital released by the federal government. And you are told from day one, according to what he said, that the 15 million will be withheld. So project will be 100% completed. We don't want to abandon project in this country. So let us be clear. That's when I read that program, I realized that you are trying to hide something because it's not clear.
The Senator, what we are seeing
Yes.
Of the 2024 capital, it has been done as appropriated. But in terms of release by the federal government, 15 million is outstanding, and the tribunal has already done the necessary cash management required for its release and sent to the Accountant General's office awaiting release. When it is released, the contractors will be paid. But
Now
in terms
the
of
project
the
is
real
completed.
execution, in terms of real execution of the project, they have all been.
Exactly, that's what we want. We
Yes,
want
they
to
have
know
all
what
been
is the stage
there.
of the performance of the capital project released to you by the federal government.
They have-
Since money you are got cash backing. So we want to know physically project has been successfully completed and is delivered to us. So
Yes.
the 15 million you are waiting for, it's just complete insignificant to the amount of money that government has pumped into the project.
We say with all sense of responsibility,
Yes, sir.
that we have executed them.
The project has been completed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we see that on oversight.
It's already before the committee. The details of the items sold and what defines them or qualifies them as obsolete, we've been advised what to do next time. We've taken note of that.
Okay, but office building. You say Abuja Municipal. There was a budget of 52 million. Abi?
62, sir.
62 million.
Yes, sir.
And then there was a release of 49 million.
Yes, sir.
Then down there, purchase of office furniture and fittings. There was an appropriation of 16 million, and then there was a release of a further 16 million.
Yes, sir.
One below it, constructions and provisions of electricity. There was an appropriation of 20 million naira. There was a release of 20 million naira. So if you take 49, 20, 16, so you have about 100 million naira or there about being released. Now the question is, can you talk to us about these three items? Page 20, rehabilitation and repairs of office.
But
Is it that the language, can I take this language and that is what you mean? Rehabilitation and repairs of furniture?
Distinguished senators, I wish to sincerely I take responsibility because I presented it, and I take responsibility for that. Now, the location actually is not even Abuja, it's in Lagos. And when we say rehabilitation is, the tribunal had been,
But you put Abuja.
yeah, that's why I said I
Okay.
apologize. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize for that. It's an error on my side. The issue is this: it is rehabilitation. Why is rehabilitation? Because the tribunal had been operating on a rented premises at Ikeja. Now, the ministry now gave us a dilapidated building at Broad Street, number 14 Broad Street, which we had to rehabilitate so that we can move in immediately. And indeed, at the time we had to carry out this project, the landlord has already given notice of his intention of not to renew the tenancy. So now, the building that we had to move was a run-down building, number 14 Broad Street, the former Ministry of Finance and Transport in Lagos, Broad Street. So they gave us first floor, and of course, it was an eyesore. and we had to do what we needed to do. A portion of it had to be fixed so that we can now move in, and we have already done so. We are operating from that place now. So that is why we call it rehabilitation, because the building is already there.
Yes, as you are saying it, you know it's not the only one that is rehabilitation.
Yes, sir.
You see another 8 million naira after the office furniture. It's also rehabilitation, and it's also Abuja office.
No, like I said, anything you see region, we didn't actually do. But the project office is managed from Abuja, but the location of the project actually is in Lagos.
So you're not being able to do any construction.
No.
Then next item, you have construction.
Which one, sir?
The 20 million.
The 20.
You have construction.
Okay. It's not.
Construction.
No, you see, if you look at this side, there's a construction stroke provision.
And that's why
So we did not construct, but we provided.
Wait, my brother. Before I raise this question, I asked you, have you done construction? You said no.
Yes, sir.
Then I said, okay, look at your next item.
Yes, sir.
It's construction.
No, slash.
Is there construction there?
There is, sir.
Then what are you saying?
Well, I apologize. I said we did not do any construction. We did not do. But
Let's be on the same page. You've made some mistakes that is difficult to follow. You apologize, fine. The leadership of the committee will tell you, usually when you have this in, you raise some trust issues. However, that's just my opinion. If it is construction, put construction. If it is rehabilitation, put rehabilitation. But when you allow some people to just sit in the office and believe that when you come here, we are not going to read between the lines. It's not true.
No,
we
it's
read
not.
between
It's
the lines.
not
Sometimes we
intended.
just look the other way.
It's not intended to be so.
I hope so.
No, it's not at all.
I just hope so.
Yeah, it's not at all. We apologize. Like for the electricity, like I said, it's a rundown building, so that was function. So we needed to provide power there. So the 20 million there was for the provision of a 30 kVA inverter, so that to enable us function, and it has been done. So that's why we say it's not construction, but we provided electricity. Sir.
Okay, there are other questions,
Yes, sir.
but before then,
Are not domesticated with us. It's from the GIFMIS platform. The codified accounting chart of accounts provides such that you might want to carry out a specific project. There is no name specifically for it, but it has to be under the umbrella of a particular code that has been provided. That is why you see now in what our distinguished senator earlier said concerning electricity and construction. If they were separated, we would have dealt with only electricity. The word construction wouldn't have come in there. But the two are part of the codified chart of accounts approved by FAC that the entire federation is using. So there's nothing actually we can do. Like what you have asked now on our valuable balances that we have. This is why this report was printed, was to show that whatever that has been manually tabulated relied on this GIFMIS report that comes directly from Accountant General. So the available you have there shows per time. If this amount is said to be available, there are a lot of payments that are still not cleared within the system. There might be either legal commitments or financial commitments that are on the way. So the figures you have here available might not really be what is available from the 31st. From the 31st...
No. Let me cut you short. This is budget season.
Yeah.
We are doing budget commission, and whatever. And when you submit a statement, any other person is supposed to look at this statement and understand it fully. There are very fundamental errors in what you have prepared. For instance, you are talking about region. You put Abuja municipal, and you said what you have done is not in Abuja, it's in Lagos. That statement alone invalidates this document, that we are not even supposed to discuss about it, because you are giving us a different perspective of what you gave us. If the chairman allows this document to go like this, he has a mandate, he has a right to do it. But for any other person that has a little background, I'm not even talking about accounting. bookkeepers. I'm talking about bookkeepers who are not accountants. There is no way this document will pass. Senator Ningi has mentioned it. So many people have seen the errors. And you cannot come and be saying sorry, sorry, sorry. In accounting, there's nothing like sorry. Any document that you submit, you understand, to any committee, and you come to say sorry, it means you are deliberately, or you have deliberately come to tell lies and deceive them. So how many sorry are you going to say? Oga accountant, please excuse me, or bookkeeper, excuse me. Because you have not owned up that you prepared. You said, we prepared in accounts department. There must be a head of account department. And Mr. Chairman, finally, you have to be very careful of the documents they bring to you and you sign. Because if your accountant has a mind that is not straightforward, and you don't have a background of accounting, and you just sign, you'll be responsible for what you don't know about. It is left for the chairman to know whether he wants to accept this error or not. Thank you.
Whenever there's a motion in legislative activities, you have to put the question. Oh, so is it the wish of this committee that we ask them to go and correct those errors and come back? Those in support say aye. Aye. Huh? Is that the motion? Yes. That there should be any mistake whatsoever. Because if people appear in your court, in your tribunal, with all this type of mistakes in the capital market, you won't approve it. You ask them to go away. So that is why we're saying, go and put the records right. And we're giving you 24 hours to revert, because we have time frame for this budget. So within 24 hours, you will report back, then we will know exactly what to do so that we can pass this budget. And again, you know that 2024, your capital was 131, but through our intervention, it came to 600. And we are still talking about further intervention without crossing your eyes and dotting your eyes and dotting your teeth. So please, go and put the house in order and revert back to us 12 o'clock tomorrow. So there's nothing to talk.
Just a word.
No, you can't talk because we have concluded. This is not your tribunal. This is